So we were out walking the dogs, and then I suddenly felt a little bit queasy, and then I fainted. We were in daylight. It was a little bit chilly, but I fainted and I got some little scratches. I'm not sure if Amit's predictions were correct, but he said that I might feel better in a cooler country or just in cooler weather. And I haven't been feeling that nauseous the whole time I've been in Melbourne. Like, significantly better. That's one of the reasons I would like to be here longer, but I also miss my routine in Singapore. And I can't wait to go back. Yet I wish I was here longer. I wish I brought more moisturizer with me. The skin on my face is peeling so badly. I'm very glad for my friends who are taking care of me, especially when I fainted. They've all been checking on me around the clock, just making sure I eat food, have water. I wish I could be more independent. I feel like my body is so fragile now and I need caretakers, and I wish I didn't, but I also just had to share my live location with everybody just in case another fainting episode happened again. But I feel fine now. I did the cyclogest in a movie theater today, and thank goodness it had reclining seats. It made it a little bit easier. I wish the plane seats could recline like that. I'm going home. This is the end of my sort of solo trip, and I asked for an aisle seat, but I think they didn't have one anymore. So I got upgraded to business. It's still a middle seat, but it's a bigger chair. They made everyone get out of the waiting area, and then Scoot Plus got to go up first. Told them I'm pregnant, and I also got to go up as priority. So after I got to business class, and then that lady helped me to get shifted to an aisle seat, there was this kid kicking my chair the whole time. But you know what? I think I still preferred the aisle seat. But I couldn't sleep. But it was a day flight, so I didn't really have to sleep. But I didn't have the option because of the kid. But it's okay. I was thinking about how I want to reveal the pregnancy on social media, and I was writing this song on the plane for a tiny reveal. At first I wanted it to be a reveal of IVF as well, but then I thought if I was ever going to publish it, then it should be a little more relatable, so I didn't specifically put IVF in it, but I made sure it was known that conceiving is not as easy as everyone thinks. And here's a little part of it. I can't even sing the chords now because I don't have any guitar with me. We knew this was what we wanted all those years ago. When dating first started, the wait was so long, but it's finally coming along. It's been a tough, huge secret to keep, and sometimes it still feels like a maybe, but we're glad to finally let you know we're having a baby. So this morning, Amit chopped off a part of his finger when he was trying to help me cut an avocado. And then we made our way to the hospital by an ambulance. His mom was getting us to go to Mount E so that his uncle doctor could sew it up instead. Amit preferred to go to Mount E as well, so we just waited there until they could discharge us. And then we went to Mount E for his uncle to graft a piece of his finger to fix it, because the piece that was chopped off, I think, didn't have enough blood vessels, and it was already not gonna work if it was sewn back on. There was so much blood, and I'm so nauseous. I still haven't puked. This plus morning sickness, plus I didn't eat anything until he finished the surgery, and his mom brought us some food. So I think I have gastric right now, and I'm really nauseous, but there's nothing to puke. So I feel really uncomfortable right now. I'm also gonna have to take over some of the chores, I guess, while Amit's finger is recovering. I get so nauseous every time anyone's talking about the finger or the whole thing again. I can't tell how much of it is actually the week 10 pregnancy and how much of it is the blood. But at least I'm finally home, and I have with me all my remedies, so I feel safer here. After the appointment tomorrow, we're gonna go to my in-laws and stay there for a few days so that they can take care of us a little bit, because it's gonna be hard for both of us to think about food and chores and everything. So I'm gonna pack a week's worth of my pills again before we go over tomorrow. We just did the dating scan. Baby's alive.
Alive and kicking, moving around. It's got arms and legs and everything.
Then we went to see the doctor and she told me my blood sugar is worrying, which it's been normal since the first time I was diagnosed. Different doctors worry on different levels, I guess.
But anyway, tomorrow we have that appointment with the dietitian. The diabetes clinic.
Doctor? Or just say diabetes doctor? Say it again.
But anyway, tomorrow we have the appointment with the diabetes doctor.
At SGH.
Yeah, at SGH.
We asked to do the FTS and NIPT, and then they were like, okay, you can do the blood test later.
Yeah. Today? Later? Like what? Because
Then-
before that they were saying like, oh, it's a bit late already, you should go home. We'll do it another day for you. But then they took the blood today.
They didn't say another day, they just said you should go out and book an appointment. And the appointment happened to be later.
No, but the doctor initially said to do it another day because you need to go home. It's too late.
Oh, I need to go home.
No, they said okay, not need. She said you should go home because it's late. I don't know.
It was 5 o'clock. Well, we did the blood test anyway at about 5:45.
They took 8 vials of blood.
But the nurse was so nice. She guided me through like it was my first ever blood test. She was like, breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth, and everything. I was doing this before she even gave me the thing to squeeze. Then she did it on the other arm.
Nice.
So we'll do the FTS scan on 11 December, and then we will know the results of everything mid-December.
So from today's scan, received this picture of little babies.
Also forgot to mention that we did the dating scan and we're actually 11 weeks 2 days instead of 10 weeks 6 days. The 3-day difference makes me feel so much better. On the other hand, for some reason, I'm classified as type 1 diabetic in the papers. I do not think the doctor asked me. I just said I'm diabetic. Maybe she typed the wrong number, was a typo, but when she mentioned giving me insulin, I was like, huh? I was so worried. So I corrected a nurse, but I don't think the doctor's records are corrected yet. We've also been given some prenatals. DHA, aspirin, Obimin, and just more diclactin. So these 3 will be taken week 12 onwards, and hopefully I don't have to take this after week 12 anymore. I wore the seasickness bands overnight and this is the result. I guess I should not do that anymore. As you can tell from this background, we're back at SGH. I don't think they can tell.
Well, the obvious part is in SGH, the car park is just in the open, so there's more lighting.
We went to see the endocrine doctor today, who's meant to help me with the diabetes care while I'm pregnant. The most surprising thing I learned today is that diabetes pregnancies usually come out earlier, like 2 weeks earlier. So they either pop out at 38 weeks or they are induced according to SGH, because we don't want the baby to get too big with diabetes. And I am okay with that. Happy to be pregnant for 2 less weeks.
Yeah, boy.
But we also have to decide whether we want to be with SGH for diabetes care or move it over to KKH. And I felt like the doctor was brushing us off a little bit once we told him we were considering continuing with KKH. He just felt like we weren't his patient anymore.
I don't know, I felt like he still was trying to do his part a little bit. Like, he wanted to get the treatment started and all that. For me, it felt like he was just being a bit pushy. That he was just assuming that we're going to get the referral letter and do our treatment at SGH afterwards.
And
Yeah, like
this-
when we were talking about next steps, he was like just straight up, okay, so you're gonna get the referral letter and come out here. And I was like, okay, let's not be too hasty about this.
This is my final cyclogist ever. But today, considering that SGH is a general hospital and it's easier to get diabetic care compared to KKH as a maternity hospital, I don't know, man. But I also prefer the doctors at KKH. They seem to have more bedside manner.
Yeah, they seemed a bit more caring, and like they were actually considering our time and all that, which is a huge thing lah. It's like it felt like they were respecting us a lot more.
This vlog isn't gonna go out until we've chosen, so I can't even ask for opinions.
Let us know down in the comments what you think.
Let us know in the comments below what we should have done before you
Exactly.
continue watching. I mean, just dropped his antibiotic in his bag, his dirty ass bag.
It's not that dirty.
It's very dirty.
Urine dirty.
So anyway, also forgot to mention, since the doctors at KKH usually stop the progesterone medication at week 11 and the SGH doctors usually stop at week 12, and I'm week 11 and we'll be week 12 in like 3 days, we decided not to queue the whole hour to get 3 more days worth of medication. We're gonna stop 3 days early.
The doctor himself said that like since there hasn't been any bleeding in a while, the baby is nice and established. There's no harm to take more, but there's also no need.
Yeah, well, we can take more to reassure ourselves, but I am reassured that I don't want it. I'm so excited to take my last dose of Cyclogest tonight. Tonight! This is my final Cyclogest ever. By ever, I guess I mean this pregnancy, because I'll probably have to do Cyclogest again for the next one because it'll be a frozen transfer. Unless I do a fresh one, but I probably wouldn't because we have 5 more embryos.
Got another freebie today. This is a changing station. Portable changing station.
I'm also doing some videos for clients, and this is one of the items. It's the Dexcom G6, which is a glucose monitoring thing that I can put on my arm. So I'm kind of excited to try it out. Oh, that was pretty easy to break off. Oh, I'm done. That's it. I've just finished my last dose of Progenova, the Cyclogest 2 days ago, and now I'm about to start on the prenatals for realsies, multivitamins and all that. But I've already opened 2 more days of folic acid, so I guess I'm gonna finish taking that so I don't have to keep 2 pieces out of nowhere. I told a couple of people in the company yesterday at the year-end party, including my boss, and everyone was really excited for me. I was still a little bit scared of telling everyone before the NIPT results are out, but I think it was a good time to tell.
I'm currently making 2 videos for clients for diabetes products, but it's a bit hard to do when they want me to show a healthy lifestyle and I can't do the usual exercise that I do, which they are seeing on my social media from a few months ago, like bouldering or pole, and I just have to make do with whatever I can do now.
Don't you tell me, please don't love me too.
It's week 12. I think ever since Ahmed's finger thing, I've still been feeling nauseous every time I think about it. So it hasn't been a very good week for me in terms of symptoms. There's been a bit more bloat and flatulence coming back. I think there is a little bump that doesn't seem to be subsiding at all. I've also bought some maternity clothing that hopefully isn't too obvious that it's maternity clothing, but it just looks comfortable for me right now. I just met with another set of financial advisors to get another pregnancy freebie, and this is a baby bundle including a little Christmas gift. How cute. Let me open this first. Candy. hard candy, diabetes. I love how they put Merry Christmas Mango because they thought that was my name. Because that is the name I put on Instagram, Mango Egg. And they've been calling me Mango ever since our first interaction. Next we have wet wipes. Very nice. A toy. I don't know what these are. They look like very thin diapers, like the panty liners of diapers. Maybe it's just really thin diapers. 5 of those. Little mittens. Cute. A little bear with no face. Is it meant to have no face? A spoon. A pair of socks. These look quite big actually. 4 to 6 months or years old. A manual breast pump. Holy shit. I got a breast pump. This looks pretty cool. That is a lot of stuff. That's an actually good baby bundle. And some vouchers. Nice.
We knew that we knew. I was. Damn it. Okay, I gotta stop laughing. We knew that this was what we wanted all those years ago. When dating first started, though it was so long, but it's finally come along. At first, we thought it should be simple, we're young. We barely have a wrinkle, but we thought wrong. But still we came out strong. It's been a tough, huge secret to keep. And sometimes it still feels like a baby. But we're glad to finally let you know. We're having a baby. We can't only be fully excited. There are so many other feelings uninvited, and all in one deal. And it's getting super real. We had some help along the way. It's not conventional, you say. We just want the same as you, so we do what we have to. It's been a tough, huge secret to keep, and sometimes it still feels like a baby. But we're glad to finally let you know. We're having a baby.
Okay, so I have to take 1.5 aspirins. And lucky for me, I bought this pill crusher from Shopee a couple of months ago for no reason. Now there is a reason. I hope it works. Oh shit, what the heck? Okay, it doesn't work. It crushed up my thing. I hope the crushed half doesn't taste horrible. It's not even half. I don't even know how to have half of it now. Just want to take the bigger pieces out. It wasn't actually bad. My face was just being dramatic. But I hope that works because I'm not supposed to crush it. I'm just supposed to have it in half. We'll try again tomorrow. Okay, so I look fairly normal, right? See this? Maybe you can tell it's a little bump, but you would just maybe say it's my dinner. It doesn't look that big. But like, if I pull this down, look at the bloat. The hell, man? That looks massive. This one has 2 pockets. I've been trying not to eat carbs since the appointment for diabetes. I'm at this beatboxing in the background. But today we just couldn't find food for me. I had some fish soup just now. But fish soup wasn't carbs. It was filling, but I peed it all out really fast. So then I got really hungry again way too soon. And it's raining, so the delivery is really expensive. And that was our last option anyway. But Amit went down to find some food and the whole hawker center is closed. And I still can't eat Cai Fan because it's too oily. So he went to buy pasta. And I'm eating a big bunch of carbs again, but what to do? Okay, we're trying this again. There's no specific line to put it on. Maybe if I put it here. But wouldn't that be messy? I'll put it in the middle. Please, please, please. Okay, now I know. Put it in the middle.
Mic 5 is lead,
Mic 5 is lead.
6, 7, 8 is backings.
We just did the FTS scan, first trimester screening scan, and then they gave us the results. This green piece of paper tells us that we are low risk. We're at low risk for Down syndrome, trisomy 18 and trisomy 13. Yay!
A high risk of Down syndrome in a pregnancy would be anything less than 1 in 300 babies. Ours is 1 in 15,000? 15,687. Yeah, so we're good, most likely.
So we have 2 envelopes. I don't know what the 2 is for. One of them has the gender results and NIPT results. The other one, I don't know. Let's open it now. It says Estrella.
Estrella.
The heartbeat for the baby today was 166 BPM.
Silky.
It's around 6 cm long. The nuchal translucency, nuchal translucency is 1.8 mm. I don't know if that is good or bad. The fetal anatomy, everything is visible.
Little arms and legs were flailing around after I was sleeping. I was sleeping most of the time on its front, just like how Amanda sleeps. But I never sleep on my front.
I'm gonna
So
open the other one. I'll just bleep out the gender. Okay, so we're looking at it. 28-year-old self-egg donor.
donated the eggs yourself.
Call it egg donor. Ready.
Okay. Whoa.
I thought so. Everyone's doing that this year. Do we care about gender reveal, or we gotta do something cool, or
I don't know.
we're just not gonna keep it? I mean, we're gonna keep it from everyone. I still prefer just not tell anyone so we don't get colored items.
Yeah, I agree.
Alright, it's just between us. I'm bleeping it all out. I feel so much better. Not physically, but mentally. Because I know that my baby is most likely going to be healthy. I mean, with whatever tests they can do. They have already ruled out big fears that we had. So it's just it's a huge relief that I can now tell people without worrying that something else is going to go wrong. And now we can actually think about baby names more seriously. I can't stand the smell of the bed sheets today, so maybe it's time to change it. I usually can handle it longer, but maybe this is why mums change bed sheets so often, because at one point in their life they could smell the skin cells on the bed sheets, and then they just automatically change it more often after that. I saw this video on Instagram where a 60-year-old was remixing a young lady doing some shuffling. I didn't know it was called shuffling until I did more background research. But I saw the shuffling video. She did a tutorial. The tutorial looked pretty easy, so I decided to try it. I was thinking maybe I can do this every month of pregnancy and like see the progress. I think it would be pretty cool to watch myself dancing pregnant and still maintaining the fitness. I did not know how much fitness it would take. I just tried to learn it. It's been over an hour and I've taken some videos. They look real bad. And like if I do this progress video thing, it's going to be the progress of my dancing improving rather than me doing it while I'm gaining more weight.
Oh my god.
Earlier today, I got a call from KKH, the antenatal something. Then they said, "Hey, when you did your scan on 11th December, there was another Amanda. It was Amanda Cheong. The names got mixed up, and then I got so worried. But then she proceeded with, so we sent her one of the pictures with your scan, your IC, and all that. But it's been rectified with accordance to PDPA. We just wanted to inform you that this is what happened, but we have retrieved the photos. She doesn't have it anymore. Nothing's wrong with your results. Your results are fine." So, that is most important. Okay, my results are fine. I really thought she was gonna tell me something's actually wrong with the baby, but everything's good, so we're good. And I just got more freebies. So this is a little swaddle. These are some bibs, flowery. I'm pretty sure I signed up for those somewhere. I just don't know what. But it's nice that I didn't need a financial consult to get those. So it's very nice of them to send that. I have also gotten my stretch mark tummy butter cream delivered. I don't know if this is the good one. This is not really the one I see people recommending, but it was affordable and I think I'm gonna just try it and see what happens. Like at least I have something before I get something else, you know. It says step 1 skin therapy oil, step 2 massage lotion for stretch marks, step 3 tummy butter for stretch marks, and this one is for the PM, but I'm supposed to also get the step 1 and step 2 for the AM and PM. I'm just gonna try this first, just one thing. That's the end of the first trimester.
Yeah, boy.